Affordability, of course, is at the top of many people's minds. Electricity prices continue to climb in many areas, but while natural gas remains one of the most cost-effective energy solutions, particularly for consumers this winter heating season.
Natural gas demand and production are running at record highs. Starting with demand for the year to date, natural gas demand is actually about 3.3% above 2024 levels. Now, a lot of this is, or some of this is being attributed to the colder weather that we experienced earlier this year, in particular in January and February. 5 of the 10 highest demand days occurred in just those 2 months, with 2 back-to-back days, February 19th and February 20th, running about 164 BCF per day each.
Measures like home retrofits or Energy Star certified appliances help to make the natural gas system more flexible and to reduce household exposure to price volatility because less gas is being used per customer. And the chart here really illustrates that point. So if we look at this over time, we see that since 2007, consumption per customer has steadily declined regardless of the total heating degree days, which means regardless of the winter temperatures.
Now, there's a number of different ways to look at forecasting weather. This is one you'll probably see in a lot of other forecasts. For one, this is not telling you temperature. This is a probability map. And there's 2 things that are really important about looking at these each year. First and foremost, this is telling us that this is a continuation of the same weather pattern from last year, a La Nina pattern. Now, you may not be fully familiar with what that means, El Nino versus La Nina, but when it comes to winter temperatures, what you really need to focus on is that in a La Nina year, the southern or eastern parts of the United States tend to be a little warmer than that 30-year average starting in 1980, while the upper Midwest, the Pacific Northwest, tends to be colder than normal. Now, in addition to temperature, the other important factor before we get into bills is that average price of energy. This is comparing it using MMBTUs, so it makes everything the same. That's why you'll see some energy sources are a lot more expensive per unit of energy. It certainly is important when it comes to the efficiency of appliances. But what you're really doing or seeing is that compared to that coldest recent winter, 2022, natural gas and a lot of other fuels are actually leaning towards lower energy prices, while electricity has been inching higher and higher each year. And so in addition to it being a colder winter, those changes in individual energy prices are certainly going to have an impact on this winter heating season as well. But for natural gas customers, that energy price is leaning more towards 10% lower than what was set before. This is just a quick comparison of how much natural gas contributes to the average U.S. household's budget. It's a relatively small share of the total budget. Other energy costs might be small shares too. This doesn't really say that natural gas isn't important. $867 might be a big deal for a specific household. So that's something that's certainly going to be something focused on. But it does show that it's a much smaller component of what households are budgeting for over the course of an entire year.
Natural gas utilities know that affordability is vital. Energy affordability is vital, especially in the winter when heating needs rise. That's why there are a range of programs designed to support customers at different levels and over different time frames. There's federal and state assistance like LIHEAP, which provides direct help for low-income households. Utilities complement that with other tools that spread costs more evenly, so consumers can balance those costs over the course of a year. That includes budget billing and flexible payment plans that give stability and predictability. Longer term, there's weatherization programs, improving energy efficiency. Over time, homes require less energy to stay comfortable. And Lauren talked a little bit about the long-term trends we've seen there. And many companies also have additional layers of protection, including voluntary pausing of service shutoffs during the coldest months. All together, these efforts highlight the industry's commitment to keeping homes warm, safe, and affordable, even in times of financial strain.